everybody, it's ET. It's Monday night, and what I think I'm going to try to do is break up the GraphPlan code, excuse me, so that we could split it up and basically show it visually. So that is what I'm going to try to do right now, but I'm just going to load everything right quick. And I'm going to load everything possible. Okay. So here we go. We're in Unity. I'm not sure if I'm going to start in Unity. Maybe I'll try to start this outside of Unity, maybe? Let's go to the project. How do we open a project? Yeah, this guy. Oh, it was right there. I missed it. So, planning. Alright, so right now it's loading the planning solution, which is all my projects here. Let's figure out what to do from here. So I'm going to try to be using the yield statement. I'm not very well versed on it, but from what I understand, all it is a return, like kind of an early return. So we'll see how that works. Alright, what am I doing? Guess I'm going straight into GraphPlan. So if I was to find a plan, what do we do? Get the goals, nice. Maybe it will be nice if I wrote down what we are doing, right? And I guess I can put that in the README somewhere. I guess there's no README here. I'll put it in here in GraphPlan. Okay, so we're gonna make a new item. This could be a very simple file. It's gonna be a text file. I'm gonna rename this text file to just README or steps of search, something like that. Steps. Alright, so steps of search. What is steps of search going to be? So one is first create a plan graph until, you know what would help me a lot on this is that slide that I've been looking at a lot. Over here, type in GraphPlan. Somewhere around here. Yeah, this thing. So we're going to create and extend a plan graph until all goals are non-mutex. And that's basically, the caption should say that, and that should last for a couple of seconds. Okay. Two. Get, we'll say highlight goals. Three, always show N. Level of plan graph, right? Okay, so we're gonna highlight the goals, show N. Check if N equals 0. If N equals 0, does if N equals 0, does this level contain goals? We'll call them new goals. And then if yes, return true. Alright, cool. So if n doesn't equal 0, we're going to continue to 5. So 5, so highlight a set of steps. So we're going to highlight a set of steps, and then we're going to highlight new goals. Okay. Then solve for new goals. Alright, I feel pretty good about that. That's kind of what I want the animation to do. So first it's going to show the plan graph. Then we're going to highlight the goals. This part's more like a note. Always show n. So what level are we? What are we investigating? Highlight the goals. Check if n equals 0. Highlight. So we're going to highlight a set of steps. Basically, after we highlight the goal. Okay, we'll highlight the goal and then we'll check if n equals 0. If n equals 0, check if it contains a goal. So, okay. I'm trying to say this in the way I want the animation to go. So it's going to say, here's the plan graph. Here's the goals. Did we reach our goal? Yes or no? Or basically, did we reach n equals 0? Yes or no? If it's yes, we're at 0, or do we actually have the goals? If we have the goals, so that's going to be like a 2 thing. So hey, we're at n equals 0. Nice. Do you have the goals? Yes or no? No? Continue. Yes? Form complete. Form plan. So, okay, if it says n does not equal 0 or we don't contain the plan, then it's going to say highlight new set of steps. So bam, highlight new set of steps. Highlight new goals. So basically that's just going to be the preconditions to those steps. And then solve for new goals. So basically repeat this process again. Cool. Easy enough. So how do we break up this code? How do we make it so that it works for us? So I don't know what I'm doing here, but I feel like I have to I know this is the way Unity told me not to do it, but I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to get a public enum state. And so the state will consist of create, gosh, I don't even know what tends to do this. Create plan graph. Let's just say plan graph is the state. So plan graph. So that's the first state. Goals. We'll call this level check. Level check 0. Goal at 0. I'm trying to make these kind of, it's a little wordy, but complete. So basically, you build the plan graph, you get the goals. If level check 0, goal at 0, then you complete. Otherwise, let's just keep going. Oops. Highlight new. We shouldn't say highlight. We'll say get new steps. New steps. And finally, new goals. Start again. Or next iteration. So basically it should go plan graph goals, level check, goal at 0, complete. Sorry, plans, goals, level check, if yes, goal at 0, if yes, complete, if no, new steps, if no, new steps, and then new goals, next iteration, back to I wonder if new goals and goals are kind of the same thing. I'm going to make them different just in case there's a nuance between them. So goals and then new goals. Alright. So we got the enum state. Let's just make it public for now. Public state. Can I name the state too? Conflicts, right? Yeah. Current state should be good. Okay, so when we create a plan graph, we're just gonna say current state equals state dot. What are we doing? Plan graph. That's gonna be fun. I'm gonna say null, actually. Null. So you haven't done anything. Our first arrive or proceed to next step. Next state. Next state. Easier, more concise. Okay, so we'll just make this a switch statement, and we'll get current state. Case state dot null. Oops. So if you look at it in just a bit here. So okay, if you're in goal, if is level 0, then you're there. Else. Alright, so if you're at goals and you didn't get it, you're going to go ahead and get new steps. Okay. So if you did get the goals, if you did get to level check 0, if so level check 0, you kind of don't need this part. I think you're just going to go to complete. So private list of steps is plan. So basically, if plan does not equal null, Wrong plan, I think this plan. Current state equals state dot complete, else current state equals state dot new steps. Cool. So now we got two cases that get us to new steps. Case state dot new steps is gonna do what for us? Next iteration. We better just do new goals, right? New goals. And hopefully from here, new steps to new goals. Next iteration. And then finally, for your next iteration, current state equals state dot I don't know, next iteration would bring you to level check 0, right? Sort of, right? And I'm going to try not to force it, so if something seems a little off, I am going to fix this hierarchy. So okay, basically we're going to start off in null state. First time we hit next state, we're going to get into the plan graph state. And then next time we're going to get into the goal state. And the next time it's going to check, hey, if your is level 0 is true, then go to level check 0. Otherwise, your new steps. If you are at level check 0 and then you get a plan, alright, so I feel like I'm going to be running find planned here, but we can kind of tweak it a little bit as we go. What do I need to do? Yield. Not working. I don't know how to use yield. Let's learn a little bit about it, shall we? C# yield. Example. Where are my .NET pearls? Alright, okay. Definitely feel like yield is the right way to go, but I guess you gotta kind of do something with it. Yield return. The body of fine plan cannot be an iterator block because list step is not an iterator interface. The body of... Yeah, I don't know what that means. I'm new to this whole yield thing. The body of fine plan cannot be an iterator block because list step is not an iterator interface. Alright, so it's got to be some kind of iterator. Okay, I was just seeing if that worked at all. What is our example doing? I'm just gonna do it, whether it's right or not. IEnumerable. Jeez, is this even a thing? I have no idea. Sorry, just saying every time I have to yield return. Maybe. Alright, so the first time, I might even make you private now. Maybe. It's hard. It's hard to say. Oh, man. How do I want this to work? I guess for now I'm just going to find plan every time we call next date. Alright. I know this would be just stupid, but I think this is how I'm going to handle it, because I can't think of a good way. So I'm going to have a list step. We'll just call this, gosh, almost for each step, call this goals equals new list step, and it's just going to be empty, and we're going to just do that for each one of these for now until I don't have a good way of figuring this out yet, and I'm kind of newbie on all of this. So level check 0. Complete. Yeah, new step, new goals, next iteration. I have no idea what I'm doing here. Alright, goals, level check 0, complete, new steps, new goals, and next iteration. So here we go. This is going to be just super crazy. And I might just change this whole next date. Alright. So we're going to have return goals. Yep. Return goals. Right here. What's the first date? Plan. Plan is the best one, but that's not where we at. Yep, null will be null. Let's go ahead and have one more. Plan graph. All lowercase, because that won't be confusing. Oh Lord. Alright, so first one, yield, return, plan graph. This is the first thing we do. Then we get the goal. And then, sure, we get a plan. Why not? Alright, I'll get to the end later. Alright, so first we build the plan graph, then we build goals. Yep, this is gonna expand a lot too. So we got plan graph first, then we get goals. Then what's our next thing? Level check 0. Alright, so we're going all the way in. Alright, so plan. Plan's a very important one. Alright, so guess what? You are going to be an I-numerable too. And you're just going to be ridiculously crazy, aren't you? Alright, this is how I'm going to have to roll it, I think. Equals new list step. Hey. Return. We just gotta say plan. Alright, so if you don't get goal level 0, we're gonna go ahead and get new steps. Whew, okay, I'll come back to that. I realize, yep, yield, return null. I think I'll still keep null just in case. If we get null, we'll know just to continue on with the code, basically. Okay, so we got set of steps. How do we select a set of steps? We will do that down here. Okay. We actually get new goal first? Okay, no, here we go. Yield. New steps. So we're definitely going to get there to new steps. New goal, yield, return, new goals. Alright, so we got new steps, new goals. That's, at least we know where we're going. so this is where I'm not doing it right. So here we're going to say, hey, yield return level check 0. So we're gonna check. We gotta check for all of these here. Gosh, it'd just be better to return to state, right? What am I doing? Alright. Basically, at the end of the day, or you know what? State can be an awesome like class we can embed in here. So this should be what, an embedded class if I put it in here, or that namespace. All right, so second parentheses in. So the parentheses I'm at, go inside of it. All right, so we're gonna have class. We're gonna call this. It could be a public because we're gonna need to access this outside of here. Public class. I know, you're gonna yell at me, but trust me, this is gonna be good. State. And you'd be like, dude, you're already our state. And I'm like, yes, I know. But alright, what I'm trying to do is get all this stuff state out of here for now. Alright, I guess we gotta keep one. Public state, current state. I agree with that. Now what will current state have? I think it'll always have a list of objects, right? Just to keep it kind of simple. Public list of object list. And of course we need public name. And this is how I'm gonna roll this. We'll just do a CTOR, and we're gonna pass in a name. And sure, why not a list as well of objects? Call list. And then all we do is just say this dot name equals name, this dot list equals list. We don't actually plan to change any of that stuff. Okay, so that seems pretty good. I totally screwed up all this first code stuff. I'm gonna delete this for now. I'm gonna delete all of this for now. Plan's gonna have to be that. Okay. gonna go with null. I hate to do this, but this is how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna say you're gonna return a state no matter what. And I just realized you probably need a whole bunch of static states or something. So we're gonna make these states. Shoot, let's just go ahead. Plan graph state, PG state, plan graph equals new state state.name dot plan graph. I'm gonna just put it here. These are gonna just be statics. Static public name. We'll just do it all capitals. Can you not do that? Oh, that's okay, because I am going to change that. Understood. Oh, yeah. Well, in that case, yeah, I don't know what's better, right? Should I just make the states in here? Yeah. I mean, if I'm going that far. Should I just make it like this? Sure. We're gonna do null, plan graph, goals, level check 0, complete, new steps, new goals, next generation. Alright. Goals, plan graph, level check 0, complete. Alright, so that's cool. Those are all the states, and each one consists of a list that we can change. So that's great. If we needed to. Most of the lists are going to be 0. So instead of plan graph here, which seems super cool, I'm going to not do that. And we're just going to say state.plan graph. Nice. State.goals. Yep, you got a plan, you're returning some stuff, and then now we're going in here. State.level check 0. Alright, so when you're doing level check 0, we already have everything highlighted, so we don't have to worry about highlighting anything new. So I think we're okay here. Alright, so this is how we're gonna have to handle this. We're definitely going to put this in parentheses. We're gonna have to say plan equals new list of steps. I won't worry about this. Alright, so we got plan equals a new set of steps. Cool. State dot new steps. I am just going to say state dot new steps dot list equals new list of yeah, steps. Okay, cool. So you got the new steps. And state dot new goals dot list equals new list object of new goal. Alright, cool. And then just return state dot new goals. Whew. Alright, sorry, just thinking. So we're actually going to receive a state instead here. So state equals find plan new goal level -1, right? Because oh, yep. No, I don't get it. Cannot convert. Yeah, how do I actually read the yield? Find that plan dot next, get next. I don't know how to get the next element or how to get the numerator. Okay, I'm actually not a good yeah, I really don't know. Nom, 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 nom. So we gotta like do a for each or something. But I don't really want all the answers right away. I just want to get the first answer. How? C# yield once. one, not frame. We'll say yield once. They're doing the for each. And that's not really what I want. I thought yield was the way. I really did. I thought this was how I was going to do it. Oh, yield break. What does that mean? You use yield return statement to return each element one at a time. To consume the iterator by using for each. Yep, I could do that. When a yield return statement is reached, the iterator method expression is returned, and the current location encode. Yep. You can use a yield break to end the iteration. Okay. The yield type of an iterator is IEnumerable is an object. If the iterator returns IEnumerable IEnumerator, there must be an implicit conversion from type of expression in the yield return. You can't include a yield return or yield break statement in methods that have the following characteristics. Yep. Geez, I have no idea. Dot move next. As parallel as I really don't know. Get numerator dot move next. I guess. What's move next do? Oh. Is that how I do it? I don't remember. Oh my gosh, I don't know how this works. I think I'm gonna try to say dot move next. Forgot to get a numerator. Dot move next, and then basically we get the current. Okay, and then we have state, right? So if state equals something, if state equals state dot complete, then you just say, hey, for each, go ahead and add that to the plan. And return state.complete. Yield return. I don't even know. That kind of seems right. Alright, otherwise, yield return next iteration, right? State dot next iteration. Okay, I'm starting to see it, maybe? State equals, alright, so we gotta kind of do the same thing here. Find plan dot move next dot get enumerator dot move next. I better, yeah, this is okay. Dot get enumerator dot reset, no, current. And this should just be state. Then we can do a whole bunch of things here, right? I think so. I'm going to add a new state, and we'll call it extend. And we'll just make it extend, right? That seems good to me. Name null planar, blah blah blah. Alright. So here in this find plan, we return level check 0. So basically if state equals state dot level check 0, return state. Yield return state. What else do we do? Level check 0, state complete. If state complete, we do other things. So if state equals state dot complete, I think no matter what, we're going to just yield return state. Whatever you get from there, just go ahead and return it. Then yield return state dot extend. Alright, so the problem here is this is going to return yes, while this. Something like this. seems fine, I think. And I guess I don't use plan here, so I'll just delete that. Oh my gosh, alright. And I'm not even testing any of this yet, which is scary. But you know what? It's time to test. Time to figure out what this sucker does at all. Oh, maybe we don't do find plan. Will that work? I have no idea. Maybe? I guess I'll just return state, then just say for each state in find plan, yield return
It is like a finger pointing away to the moon. Don't concentrate on the finger or you will miss all.
yield return state, I guess. I just am curious. I don't know. I think it'll just keep calling find plan unless I make this an I enumerable. Can I just return find plan? It doesn't work, huh? Alright, let's see. Return.findPlan, get enumerator dot current. What will happen? This is gonna fail big time, but we'll see what happens. Was it next step? Next state? What's the problem? Oh, and you're just gonna be state. Let's see what happens. Oh man, I just jumped into that yield and I have no idea what I'm doing, so that is kind of scary. So alright, we're gonna say next state. What does next state do? It's gonna do find plan. I hit F11, right? What are you trying to tell me? So basically, plan is null. Alright. So we know that was a fail. So what if I said find plan dot get enumerator dot move next? That basically means run, right? Let's test it from here. Shall we? Okay, so it ran it once. It totes ran it. Alright, so good. I actually didn't check what was happening. Alright, pay a little more attention here. Alright, so move next. Alright, so this GraphPlan returned true. Okay, great. Alright, this is what I think I'm going to do next. We're just going to have to say, alright, look, find plan dot get enumerator. Yeah, we're just going to actually have to do that, right? I enumerable state equals find plan. Okay, it's not enumerable, it's enumerator. My bad. And basically find plan that move next, and then finally find plan dot let's see. That one should give us what I think, which is just the first state, which will be okay. Okay, yeah, we got a state. Great. Okay, this is how we gotta keep this enumerator alive somehow. So I'm gonna say, hey, I enumerator state find plan 1, I guess, for no better name. And then all I do is just say, hey, if find plan 1 equals null, find plan 1 equals find plan 1 dot find plan 1 dot move next. Okay, let's just say if not find plan move next, then find plan move 1 equals null, and return state dot null. Otherwise, find plan 1 dot current. All right, awesome. I feel pretty good about this. Okay, So let's see what happened here actually. Plan equals GraphPlan.State. Plan equals GraphPlan.State. I just want to see what happens if I do this a few times. Alright, I'm going to just hit F10. And basically, we get the plan graph. Alright, and I'm going to hit F10. We get goals. Nice. Alright. Oh, we should totally pass the goals too. So, before we return the goals, go ahead and say state.goals.list equals new list of goal. Alright, so next state is gonna be the plan graph, yep. And then goals with two goals, nice, very good. And then 10 again, which is null. And that's a shame. Alright, let's figure out why that last one's null. Alright, so that one, that works. I can just kind of go through it. Yep. Okay, so while this is not leveled off, yep, n equals this. Yeah, maybe I did this wrong. Alright, we got to get the enumerator up in here. So, I'm going to do another one of these. Find plan 2. Okay, so I'm going to call this once and store it here. Dot get enumerator. Dot move next. Nope, we're just going to say enumerator. Alright, and then good. Hopefully, luckily enough, we'll just say find plan 2, move next, and then find plan 2 dot current. Alright, I'm gonna do some craziness here, make an infinite loop, or at least what I think is an infinite loop. While true, do this. Alright, here we go. No, please don't. guess I don't use this. Great. What is the other one? GraphPlan.State. Oh, is that me? Alright. That should be gone too, right? Alright, good deal. So I should be able to hit play and hopefully everything just works out. Alright, F11. So there should be no plan, so you're going to get a numerator. Should get me the current state, which is F11, F11, F11. Alright, so we're going to get the goals. Yup, return to goal. And plan's now goal. Great. Now F11 here. Alright, so we do find plan 2. I'm going to jump in here. Alright, good, good, good. So we got level equals 2. Alright, so new steps. Hopefully that returns, okay. And so that means this returns. Okay. I could just yield return this, but either way it's fine. So that's new steps. And that's new steps. Alright, great. So new steps. I even get a list. Oh, nice. So these are the steps it's going to try. Awesome. So now we're going to jump back in here. I feel like we're going to jump in here. We're going to get new goals. Which will return here to new goals. Okay. And oh yeah, I screwed up there. So how does this work? Recursive, a recursive yield. Oh man, yeah, that's gonna be ridiculous. I have recursion and yielding happening all in one function, and sort of blowing my own mind here. Whew. So I think I'm gonna have to make a list because I don't know how deep I'm gonna recurse into this thing, but I'm gonna need to keep track of the enumerator each time. So I think I'm gonna just need a list of enumerators. Jeez. think that's what I need, but my mind doesn't comprehend. Okay, so this is how I'm gonna do it. List of these suckers. Alright, so if findPlan.count equals null, go ahead and add one, right? And I'm actually gonna say is equal. I'm gonna say less than equal to 0, which it'll never be less than, but why not get all of them, right? And findPlan.add findPlan.getEnumerator. Don't know if that's the right move. I think to keep these, and then finally find plan 3. I'm gonna look at that. Will be a list. I think. So find plan 1's cool. Find plan 2 should be cool. Alright. List I enumerable, what is it? State. Find plan. Actually, just find plan 3 dot add this sucker. So while find plan 3 dot find plan 3 dot count minus 1 dot move next do stuff, and we'll be doing this. I'm just gonna see what it does, right? Like I just don't know. Yield return state. And you can kind of just do the same thing here. It'll be the same. Go ahead. Yeah, each time it's fine. List, or you could just do it there at the end. I don't care. Alright, lost focus. Yes, so return state. I think what I'm going to do here is just say state.list equals new list. And that's going to create a lot of lists as it goes up, but not here for efficiency right now. Just here for trying to get this to work. Okay, we're gonna step through this code again. It's gonna be painful, I can't lie, but I think we're getting on the brink here. Alright, so here we go. Next state, find plan. We got a new plan, move next. Oh, we didn't even check it, but hopefully it's plan graph. Great. Let's see, you're not null anymore, so you jump in, get the goals, return the goals, and bam, we got the goals with the goals. Great. Next time, we're gonna go to next. Okay, now we start here at is leveled off. I'll just hit F10. We got N. We got a new enumerator here. And so now we're going to iterate through all the find next. So I'm going to jump in here. And level does not equal 0. Set of steps is going to do something. And then for each set of steps, we're going to say, hey, we selected our first set of steps. We are going to just return what we got here, which is new steps. And basically, that's it. We got a new set of steps, and that's the two that we're testing. Whew, okay. So here we go. We got the next set of steps. Now we're just getting the new goals, which is okay, pretty easy. And yes, new goals. Great, so that's not too bad. So now we're going to go into the function again. We got the steps, we got the goals. We're going to make a new enumerator, and we're going to add it to this. Oh, shoot, we're not removing it by any chance. Okay. Let's see what happens. I'll hit F10. I already broke it. I did something wrong already. What happened? Okay, I think find plan 3 was not specified yet. So let's totally make this a new list. That's one of a few errors I had. So that's one error. What else are you saying? No, now you're assigned, so I'm gonna hit F6. You should be okay. Alright, but it's not just that. When do we remove this enumerator? I definitely say afterwards. That's definitely a safe place to do it. Find plan 3 dot remove at find plan 3 dot count -1. I'm just gonna remove it here too, because I just don't know where I gotta remove it. So hopefully this is a good place to remove this fine plan 3. Or what else can we do? Can we break this? This is an enumerator. You can aggregate, add range. You can add stuff to it? Crazy. Capacity, clear. Oh, you can clear it? Do it. That's what I want. Gosh. Yeah? Alright, so I'm going to take out this breakpoint. I'm going to jump in here. I'll start with this breakpoint for now. Or actually, I'll start here. So that's a good breakpoint. Then I'm going to jump inside of this function. I think this is a good breakpoint too. But alright, the first thing it's going to do is get the plan graph, and that's cool. And then I'm just going to say, yep, you are totally the plan graph. Great. Alright, so we're going to go here. Yep, then we're going to get the goals. That makes sense. Oh, I hit F10 too fast. For some reason, when I hit F10 too fast, the whole program freaks out on me. And it freaks, and that it is doing to me right now. So I'm pretty good with the goal. Yeah, I think that's all fine. I think it's here is where I want to go next. Alright, so we get N here. Get the enumerator. I'm going to stop here for a sec. I'm just gonna, yeah, I'm gonna just do this. Hopefully that kind of just gives it some, actually, let's go ahead and combine those together. So here we go, this is kind of our, whatever this is, this crazy thing. Alright, so we're gonna get here. Alright, so we're going to get steps, get to the first step, and return. So that's okay. And then all it does is just return that, which is perfect. Everything is great. I'm happy with that. Uh-oh. Did we already get stuck in our infinite loop somehow? I don't know what happened there. I don't know how we got stuck. Yep. So I'm just gonna say this is gonna return what we're looking for. That's new steps. Okay, cool. So new steps. New goals. Alright, and so that's going to be yes, that is absolutely right. Alright, so we're going to get the enumerator. Oh, this is where I'm screwing up right there. Find plan 3. Find plan 3 minus count dot count minus 1. Alright. That's where the problem was. Okay. So what we got? Yeah, level equals 0, get the set of steps. Get the next set of steps. So that's great. They're just going to return it, and you're going to return it, and you'll get new steps. Alright, great. And so new steps is bake cake and don't, yeah, alright, great. So we're going to jump in here, jump in here, jump in here, get the new goals, return to new goals, return to new goals. There we go. You got the new goals. Jump in here, jump in here, jump in here. Okay, now we're gonna do a recursive function. So we're gonna recurse. We're gonna return that state. Does not equal complete, which is fine. So we're going to return that state. Return that state. So what are we going to get here? We're going to get new steps. So this is the steps. Okay, yep. So go in there, go in there, go in there. Okay, we're going to get the new goals. And that means we're gonna return the new goals. Return the new goals. Return the new goals. And there we go. Now we got new goals. Have cake. Whew. Okay, so this is just totally crazy. Jump in here, jump in here. Jump in here? Yeah. And so what we're going to do, jump in here. Alright, so we're going to add a new enumerator here. you know what? This whole listing, I don't think is working out. I think we're pretty good with just having yep. I think all I need to do here is just have one enumerator. Everyone else will take care of themselves here. Like that's taking care of himself there. And here, I think this is how I'm going to handle it. No list, no craziness. I was going way too complicated. That's how we do it. I think I'm going to dispose. Oh, duh, don't dispose, just break. And that way, you're out of this function, you will go to the next function. Yeah, alright. Whew, alright. Alright, one more time, let's walk through this. Of course there's errors. Alright, this is what we're going to do. We're going to jump on in. So we're jumping in. Level does not equal 0 yet, so we're going to grab the step. Hit F10 too fast, so you know what that means. This is going to crash on me. I can't explain it. There's no explanation why. But I feel like I'm just about there. I'm gonna just assume it's working. Like, I wonder how bad that would be. Try to get rid of any breakpoints up in here. You don't even have any right now. That's good. Alright, so I'm gonna hit play here. Alright, so I start at null, hit play. We get a plane graph. That's perfect. That's what I want. Hit play again, we get the goals. Nice. Hit play again. We get new steps. So here's our first set of steps we're going to try. Bake cake and no op. Hit play again, hopefully we get new goals. Eat cake, not have cake, awesome. Play again. We get new steps again. Alright, eat cake. Should get new goals, I guess, afterwards, and that's going to be have cake. Level 0 check. Okay, so we made it back to level 0. We're complete. Alright, nice. And we get a plan of eat cake and bake cake. And I don't know what happens if I hit play again. Next iteration, okay. And then from here, extend, okay. So we're not really breaking. Somehow we just need to break. I don't know how to do that. I mean, I kind of do. I feel like here. I'm going to say yield break. Will that work? Plan graph, goals, next steps, new goals, new steps, new goals, level 0 check, complete. Extend. Why extend? Okay, I think I know why. Because of this guy. Okay, if this is what we have to do, state equals state dot null. We're gonna need the parentheses here. We're gonna say state equals this find plan 2 dot current like you have, and of course we can just return state now. But then if when you're leaving this, if state dot equals state dot complete, then yield break. So that's basically the main return, like you are done. Let's see what happens here. Plan graph, goals, next new steps, new goals, new steps, new goal, level check 0, complete, null. Awesome. And who returned that? And then it repeats itself. Okay. Graph plan. How do you know to return null? Oh, right here, return state.null. Because you don't move next anymore. Gotcha. Bam, bam, bam. Alright, so I think we got it. So we can call this function a few times called find next state, and it will basically iterate through stuff. The one thing I feel like I'm missing here is level, right? So let's go ahead and give it level. Public int level, and I'm gonna just give it -1. But if it's not -1, then it's something good, something I specified at least. Okay, so almost there. We can say when we're finding the plan, so this is what I can say: state dot plan graph dot level equals plan graph dot count levels -1. Alright, cool, so we got the level. Yep, now we can say goals. Dot level is that. I won't worry about doing anything here. Yeah, I'll worry about something here. I might have a fail, unfortunately. Or fortunately, who knows? Fail. And fail will just be another one of these. We're going to say fail, fail. Yep, so we got fail. And fail will happen if you try to find plan here, return state.fail. Okay, I think that's all I need to do for those guys. Yeah, that's kind of obvious. Okay, geez, we're gonna have to do some stuff here. State.newSteps.level equals level. Love it. Let's try it out. I'm here at benchmark. I'm gonna hit play. First iteration, playing graph. Here at level 0, 1, 2. We're at 2. Love it. Play again. Goals. We're at level 2. There's 2 goals. New steps at level 2. I might do this -1. Yeah, let me do that. Yeah, I think so. Hey, when you're yeah, checking for your next state here, when you're doing whatever you got to do here, when you're doing new goals, say level equals level -1. Alright, goals. Goals at level 2. Perfect. That's what I want first. New steps at level 2. That's exactly what I want. New goals. Yep, at level 1, which is perfect there too. And then we get new steps again. And then new goals again, which will be have cake. I don't know why complete. Oh yeah, because I didn't really set a level on complete. Okay. And that's it. Alright, good deal. The good news is I think we got at least a function we can use to start highlighting different things as we're going through them. It was a good amount of work. It took me 2 hours. Oh my gosh. But it was totally worth it because now we have it done, and now we'll be able to, the next part, which is we'll show in Unity these green lights that will kind of flash, or basically the blocks will turn green if you're investigating them, and then I'll just try to reset them afterwards. Yeah. Wow. Okay, cool. So that's all I got for now. See you guys next time, probably tomorrow, if not like Wednesday or Thursday, and we will start showing the different